Oswego men's lacrosse 3-0 in conference play, facing their toughest test Wednesday at 8th-ranked Cortland. First quarter, Brandon Mizizniak lows by Ryan White and beats Judd Robinson up high, 1-0 Red Dragons. They led 2-0 after one. Second quarter, it's junior Brian Kroll goes 5-hole, and it's 3-0. Moments later, Joey DeStefano takes the contact here from the Oswego defense, stays up, gets rid of it to Crystal Luca, who finds Mizizniak for his second tally. Cortland scored the game's first 6 goals and led 8-1 at the half. Third quarter, watch the move by Mike Recor as he splits the defenders, then gets his second goal of the game to cut the lead to 8. But that's as close as Oswego would get. Cortland's aggressiveness taking a toll here in the fourth as Dan Scarazzo draws the penalty, but then gets drilled for his efforts by DeLuca. And then that's when teammate Brad Teal decides that Scarazzo needs to be helped up and then needs a hug. Later on in the fourth, more ball movement from Cortland, and it results in another goal for Kroll. Final score 12-2. Cortland takes it and ties Oswego for first place in the SUNYAC.
Fans of that other division-leading team in Buffalo can breathe a sigh of relief. Buffalo Bills quarterback Trent Edwards practiced today, his first action since suffering a concussion last Sunday. Edwards says he plans to play this Sunday when the Bills host San Diego. The second-year signal caller was instrumental in getting the Bills off to a 4-0 start this year, but the team's offense struggled in his absence. Buffalo mustered just 2 touchdowns under backup J.P. Lossman in that 41-17 loss at Arizona. Speaking of Arizona, their latest victim, Tony Romo, will be out of action for about a month. Dallas announced today that their quarterback has a broken pinky finger on his throwing hand. Romo injured the digit on the first play of overtime in a 30-24 loss to the Cardinals. Team doctors say the Pro Bowler will miss the team's next 3 games. 40-year-old veteran Brad Johnson will fill in for Romo. Johnson threw just 11 passes last season as Romo started every game. Dallas will visit St. Louis on Sunday. On to hockey now. The Rangers and Islanders are 2 teams that appear to be headed in opposite directions. They both made their way to the Nassau Coliseum tonight, where the Rangers rolled to a 4-2 victory. Chris Drury found the back of the net twice for the Blue Shirts. The Isles have now dropped 6 of 8 to start the season. They currently hold the league's worst record. The Rangers have won 3 straight and sit atop the NHL standings. The Buffalo Sabres are hot on their heels, but had a bit of a setback tonight. Ottawa came into the HSBC Arena and abused backup goalie Patrick Lalime, winning 5-2. Starter Ryan Miller had been given the night off. The Sens' win is just their 3rd of the season, while the Sabres' loss is their first in regulation this year. From the ice to the grass, the SUNY Athletic Conference announced their end-of-season field hockey awards today. Oswego State freshman Kelly Collins is Conference Rookie of the Year. The forward from Fairport led the Lakers in every major offensive statistic in her first collegiate season. Collins was also named first team All-Conference. Lakers sophomore Sarah Budd was named to the second team. The midfielder accounted for 1/3 of the team's defensive saves this year. Oswego State finished the season with a record of 4-12, their best record since 2005. New York Yankee manager Joe Torre is still employed for now. The Pinstripes beat Cleveland 8-4 tonight. Roger Clemens left in the 3rd inning with an injury. The Indians took an early 3-0 advantage, but the Bombers scored 4 runs in the 4th en route to the victory. They trailed the Indians 2-1 in the best-of-5 divisional series. Sunday, Yankee owner George Steinbrenner told the Record of New Jersey Torre's job, quote, is on the line. He's the highest paid manager in baseball, so I don't think we'd take him back if we didn't win this series, end quote. If that holds true, New York must win Game 4 tomorrow at home and Game 5 Wednesday in Cleveland to keep Torre on the payroll. Lakers men's hockey continues to struggle at home this season. The Lakers are now 2-3 at the Campus Center after Saturday's 5-2 loss to Hobart. The loss snapped Oswego State's 4-game win streak. It also lengthened the Lakers' winless streak against the ECAC West. Oswego State is 0-3-1 in their last 4 meetings with schools from that conference. All 3 home losses this year have come against ranked opponents. Overall, the Lakers are 4-3-1 on the season. They return to action November 30th when they host Buffalo State. It's a dark day in the Badger State. Wisconsinites, already coping with the news that Wisconsin Cheeseman plans to close their plant in Sun Prairie, learned today that Brett Favre is calling it a career. The Green Bay Packers announced the retirement of their quarterback this morning. 38-year-old Favre spent 17 seasons in the NFL, throwing more touchdowns and interceptions than anyone in league history. He began his pro career in 1991 with an interception on his first pass, and now, perhaps fittingly, his late-game pick in the 2007 NFC Championship appears to have been his last pass. Favre won 2 conference championships and a Super Bowl with the Packers. He was a 3-time league most valuable player. Good discipline. It's what any good coach preaches to his club before a rivalry game. With emotions at an all-time high Saturday night, Plattsburgh and Oswego weren't able to heed that advice, combining for 43 penalty minutes. But the rival New York teams of the NHL were able to keep their noses clean tonight. The Islanders topped the Rangers 4-3 in a shootout. Each team was whistled for just 3 infractions. Jeff Tambellini scored the game winner in the 6th round of the shootout. The win moves them within 2 points of a playoff spot in the East. Meanwhile, the Rangers earned a point and remain 7th in the conference standings.